From Fitness Solutions, we just hope that you had a wonderful holiday weekend, got to spend some quality time with friends and family. The break is over. Now it's time to get back into the swing of things. New Year's right around the corner. Really exciting time of year. There's going to be resolutions that you're going to want to set. And what a better way to spend this week training and conditioning than to prepare yourself through a recovery and restoration process so that you're positioned for success next year. When we talk about recovery and restoration, we typically think of just stopping after a workout. We do our hard workout and then we stop. In fact, recovery goes a little bit deeper than that. I think it's important that we consider how we spend those last few minutes of our working out. How do we spend that cool down time when we go from a time of working to a time of resting? And I think that transition, if we can do it properly, not only are you going to feel fantastic after this workout we're going to do today, but you're also going to know a little bit more about how to condition your body on a regular basis when it comes to recovery. There's a 3D component to recovery. There's first a rewinding component, where we're simply going to go retro and reverse the task that we're performing. That's going to be followed by a realignment process, where we're going to try and take the neural, the muscular, and the skeletal systems and realign them so that you can recover properly. And the last one's going to be a rejuvenation process, where we really just take the time to rejuvenate the system and prepare it to do the task again. So the first part and first component of recovery and restoration is rewind. We want to do it basically go in reverse. We want to go retro. And I think one of the best activities to focus on today is going to be walking and or running. Now, it's the most universal task that we all perform. If you have any questions on any other activities that you'd like to learn how to rewind from, feel free to shoot me an email at mike@conditionforlife.com. What we want to first look at really quickly is the transformational zone of walking. When one foot comes and enters into the ground, we have our upper body goes in the other direction. Okay, so we get this opposing motion through our pelvis and our trunk. And so basically what we want to do is we're going to rewind that. And the way that we rewind forward walking is to go in reverse. So we're going to go retro with it. So I just kind of take a walk back, and then I'll turn around and come forward. Now, I'm going to apply this series to jogging. I think it's an activity that if you're watching this, you might be in a jogging program. If you're walking, definitely walk the rest of this, but I'm going to show it jogging for time's sake. The first thing I want to do is understand that all three planes of motion are occurring with every activity we do. So let's first tweak the sagittal plane. When I jog backwards, I'm going to jog a normal or short stride, but when I come back, I'm going to jog a long stride. Now typically I do this several times, but for the video I'm just going to do it once back and forth. So I'm going to go down normal and back long. Pick up the long stride. And already my body just gets a sense and a feel that it's doing the exact opposite of the activity that it just came out of. And we're going to start this recovery process. Next we're going to go to the frontal plane. In the frontal plane I can tweak my feet narrow and I can tweak them wide. So when I go backwards, I'm going to go back with a crossover jog, and then when I come back, I'm going to come back with a wide base jog. And it really is just that simple. Again, I would practice each of these a few times, as much as you feel is needed. And the last one we're going to go is the transverse plane. So we're going to go with rotation. When I jog backwards, I'm going to do my toe-in jog, and then when I come back, I'm going to do a toe-out jog. Just make sure that the environment that you're doing your jog in, there's nothing on the floor that you can trip on. It's kind of a safe, predictable environment. Let's start with that rewind process today. Then tomorrow, I'm going to reveal the realign process. How do we realign ourselves after a running or jogging or walking program? And then lastly, how do we rejuvenate? We'll be releasing that information on Friday. Each of the days following this section of the video, you're going to have a workout. So today's workout is going to be really simple. You won't need any equipment. Just make sure that your clothing is comfortable and you're going to be free to move. Okay, so here we are. Let's rock and roll with this recovery workout. I don't want this to take too much time out of your day. If you feel that you're more fit than what we're doing, you're welcome to increase the repetitions or repeat the workout after you're done. But do remember that this is a recovery workout. It's not meant to take our body to the max, to your limit. We want to kind of push it in a way where we can endure the intensity and we can sustain it, but at the same time we'll get the benefits of physical activity. Now on the flip side, if you feel that this workout is too challenging for you, my recommendation to you would be to tweak three things. One, the repetitions. The number of reps that you do will obviously change the intensity of the workout, but also the speed. Typically, if you go faster, the exercise is going to be more challenging. And then lastly, the range. So if I do a squat, you don't necessarily have to go butt all the way down to the ground. You can go in more of an initial or a mid-range of motion. So just find a way that allows you to be successful as we do this workout together. Okay, again, if you have any questions, just feel free to shoot me an email. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with one of my favorite exercises called a reaching lunge. It's just kind of a nice, easy exercise. You're just going to take a step forward, and you're going to kind of just gently reach down to, about knee height or shin height, wherever your body's flexibility naturally allows you to go. Now I'm going to go for about 20 reps, 10 per side. I'm not really going to be counting. I'm just going to go more on sense. So just kind of feel free to follow along with me. So I probably did about 10 now. I'm just going to see if I can get just a little deeper into this range. Now as I do this reach, I am letting my whole back round. Feels comfortable and fine for me. You just do what feels good for you. Don't worry about going too fast or too far into the range. Now you have an option of letting your eyes follow your hands or eyes staying forward. I'd experiment with both, just see how they feel different. Now from here, let's go to squatting. So with squatting in this sagittal plane, we're going to put one foot ahead of the other, and we're just going to go for 10 squats. And just nice and easy. I'm probably going at about a mid-range of motion at about a slow to mid-speed. It's just a great way to get the body turned on. I'm not trying to kill myself. I just want to get myself ready so I have a productive new year. And so as you're doing this one foot ahead of the other, you're probably sensing that you feel one of the thighs more. I typically tend to feel the back thigh more. That's individual. Now let's switch sides. We're going to put the left foot ahead of the right. And let's go. I definitely feel a little cardio coming on already. Might have had a little too much fun over the weekend. And just a few more here. And this first set that we're doing is going to be in the sagittal plane. It means we're going to tweak the front to back motions, capabilities of our body. Now from here we're going to go right to a plank. Now, many people are familiar with a plank, but not many people have done a plank matrix. This is a moving plank. So you have two options here. You can do this from your hands and your feet, or you can go from your hands and your knees. I'll start from my knees and then I'll transition to my feet about halfway. In the sagittal plane, we're going to alternate steps forward with our hands. And you'll notice as I take the step forward, I'm letting my elbows flex a little bit just to absorb the shock. You don't have to go real deep. And at the same time, I'm letting my entire body travel forward with my hands. Now I'm going to finish up from my feet. Right about now, you start feeling that tummy. And we're going to call it there, about 20.